I just want to grab Serie and shake her a little bit. Oh my gosh. Do you guys smell that? I smell the pre-finale finale, or the finale that comes before the finale episode, if that makes sense. I'm thinking here that we'll get a little bit of a wrap up to the exam, maybe a day off for everyone to recover, celebrate before the third exam. And the third one, I wonder who's gonna administer it. Is it gonna be Serie? Is she gonna be the one who proctors it? And if so, what type of test will it be? So far, we've had, I think, a more teamwork slash luck based test with the first one. The second one being very much a dungeons, collaborative, battle, ultimate, royale type of test. And maybe the third one is more to do with the mentality of a first class mage. Because I feel like to pass the first two, you had to have already demonstrated a good amount of skill. So maybe the third one is about character. That's my working theory. But let's see. Let's get into it. Who is this guy? Is he a mage? It'll be funny if he ends up being the third exam proctor. I realized last episode was the first episode we didn't see a Himmel flashback. Strange. Wait, why are they fighting again? Was it a gift from... I knew it. Maybe she could use some of the fragments to make some sort of necklace or something, or a keepsake out of it, so she could wear. I think she's gonna take her up on the patting head, or head patting offer. Is Frieren gonna come here and maybe ask him to repair Fern's stuff, if it's possible? I love how she always has a basket of snacks with her. Mood. I mean, he's not wrong. Okay. I may have called Warble old, but I didn't call him old like that, in that tone or in that manner, okay? That's right, call him out. Just as I've been loving the series, I hope you guys have been enjoying watching this with me. If you have, don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 15K, guys. I knew it. He came here to encourage him. I love how Denken and Loffen are always together, kind of like a grandpa and a grandkid. I am curious though. What is the relationship between Loffen and Denken? Is she here to repair the staff? I feel like he probably doesn't have that many friends with the way he speaks. Oh, I see what she did there. Very clever, very sneaky, Frieren. I bet she didn't even do it on purpose either. The whole, oh, if you can't do it, just say so. Of course he's gonna take it as a challenge. He's gonna fix it now somehow. He must be really talented to be able to repair even this.
手入れが行き届いたいい杖だ。さぞかし大事にされていたんだろう。フェラン、もう帰ろうぜ。
Is she stress eating? I get it. I get it.
そんなの俺だってわかんねえよ。やめてよ。俺に当たらないで。あ、わかろうとするのが大事だと思うんだよ。フリーレンは頑張っていると思うぜ。
Stark says the right thing sometimes.
ああ、お前。フリーレンとこの。
Aww. I like how he referred to her as Frieren's kid.
ま、どっちでもいいが。二次試験が終わったばかりだ。
Oh, she's gonna learn what Frieren did.
いっそのこと慎重してくれた方がこっちも儲かるってのにな。
Oh, he works fast.
フリーレンは感情や感性に乏その分だけきっとフリーレンはあなたのために思い悩んでくれ以上の死はなかなかいませんよ。
I feel like some characters will roll around all daintily in their sleep, and then you have Frieren just probably drooling, mumbling in her sleep, in an awkward position. All right, give us the third test. What is it? That's so annoying. Just say it. Is that considered too many? I bet it's considered too many.
だがその中にあってはならないほどの実力を持った者がいた。おかげで実力に見合わない者まで大勢合格した。謝る必要はない。すべてフリーレンが。
Okay, to be fair, I see her point. If it weren't for Frieren, I don't know how many would have actually passed that last test. But at the same time, I think she is underestimating this whole batch of mages as well. Because say if Frieren didn't participate, you would still have really strong clones, like Denken's clone, Census clone, Fern's clone. So you would kind of still have the main players. But as you can see from the way that even Yubel defeated Sensei, I don't think it's so straightforward that, oh, they only that many passed because of Frieren alone. I think at least more than 4 would have passed. I knew it. I called it. Peaceful, my butt. I don't trust you.
一目見てわかりました。彼女は魔力を制限しています。絶大な魔力です。ゼイリエ様に匹敵するほどの
話だか。
Ah.
僕は試験会場で直接見ました。
Ah, the young ones didn't notice.
この揺らぎは魔力を持った生物である限り消せるものではありません。
Except our girl Frieren.
別の鍛錬に使えば何倍も強くなれる。非効率極まりない。
It's a fair assessment to say that it is somewhat impractical. And as you can see, even with Yubel, like people fight with people all the time here. So I think from that lens, yeah, Frieren was pretty inefficient with the way she practiced magic. But I go back to what Flem said. She's become such an optimized mage towards battling demons that I don't think it was ever Frieren's intention to truly be the best or hone her skills as a mage otherwise. I mean, just look at what she practices and what she collects. Did we forget the spell to make grapes sour, to see through clothes? Sometimes I'm very interested in seeing how Serie raised Flem versus how Flem raised Frieren. It's a very interesting dynamic.
私の知る限り、それをたった一目で見破ったのは魔王だけ。今この瞬間まではな。レルネ。
That is impressive. So he already saw and knew just how powerful she was pretty much. Well, with mana at first glance.
お前が最初の一級魔法使いになってから半世紀が過ぎた。お前は臆病な坊やのままだな。やはり人間の弟子は取るものではないな。
I just want to grab Serie and shake her a little bit. I mean, she talks such a big game of, oh, it's so disappointing. Oh, if only you had ambition and you weren't so timid. I mean, she goes around basically like a very strict Asian parent or very strict parent in general that just goes around their day. And despite how skilled their students are, always, instead of showering compliments, it's almost like lukewarm, a lukewarm, moderate response if she's not being negative. Like it's either, despite what you've achieved, you're about to croak. I wish she would just voice out her real feelings because I think the reason why she's kind of regretful with Take on Human students is that she doesn't like the fact that their lives are so short. I think she mourns for them more than she lets on. Maybe not in a practical way, but in a stoic, elven way. I mean, even from the way that she was talking about Flem in the last episode, so nostalgic and how she always sees Flem as that young kid. And here we see her viewpoint of learning as, despite him being really old and like a grandpa, in her eyes, he's that timid young boy from when they probably first met.
私の魔力の揺らぎが
大魔法使いゼーリエによる面接です。
So Serie also conceals some of her mana.
ゼリアは私とフェルンを受からせる気はないね。なんで合格者を選ぶつもりだろうね。でもゼリアの直感は
Intuition.
私
Oh, so is this gonna be some sort of... Oh my gosh. She's gonna pull a Harry Potter on us. She's gonna pull a Harry Potter on us. That's what she's gonna do, isn't she? There's a scene in Harry Potter where the sorting hat determines basically which house or which class wizards become in Harry Potter, right? Like Slytherin, Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff type of thing.
Better be Gryffindor!
I feel like she's gonna pull a freaking sorting hat. She's just gonna be like, you pass, you don't. And I wonder if she's gonna give an explanation because she does seem very cold to mages that she doesn't feel is worthy of being a first class mage. It's such a peaceful setting compared to the first two exams.
あの
不合格だ。帰れ。今もお
I
前
knew
は
it.
私の魔力に恐怖を感じている。自分の身の丈がよく分かっている。その姿がイメージできないだろう。魔法の世界ではイメージでき
Interesting. I appreciate her taking the time to explain it.
不合格。不合格だ。
I'm not surprised so far.
フリーレンお前も一級魔法使いになった自分の姿をイメージできていないな。ちょっとは異なる理由だ。
I don't think she wants to be. I think unlike the others, Frieren doesn't want to be.
一度だけチャンスをやる。好きな魔法を言ってみろ。フランメから教わった魔法か。実にくだらん。
そう
Even though the relation was kind of like grandmaster mage and granddaughter mage, kind of. What do you call them? Pupil of your pupil. Grand people? Their interactions are so funny to me because this does not look like the interactions of meeting a fellow elf, like the first fellow elf that you've seen in a while, or some sort of reunion because they know each other. If anything, Frieren just couldn't care less what Serie thought of her. And Serie is just like, what a disappointment. You could have gone so far, and yet you're only here. So it's a very interesting dynamic. Now, I'm not surprised of her choices and who she's failed so far, but I think she's actually going to pass Fern.
お前のような魔法使いが魔王を倒したとは到底信じられん。仲間に恵まれたか。
そうだよ運が良かったどうして私を仲間にしたの
See, I knew I spoke too soon. Of course, we're going to get a Himmel flashback here.
君がいいと思ったんだ。フリーレン、君は覚えていないだろうけれども、昔僕はい子供の頃、森に薬草を取りに入った時、道に迷っ
And he remembered Frieren. This is some lovely runner type of trope here. Oh, if you guys haven't watched it, it's a drama I recently finished. It is so good. If you want to be all up in your feelings and be giggling over kind of cheesy romance. Watch Lovely Runner. You'll thank me later.
もう二度と村に帰れないかと思った。その時、一人のエルフが人里の方向を教えて、子供心になんて冷たい人
Ah, typical. Did she bring a field of flowers or something?
君は僕に花畑を出すの
Is this why this is Himmel's favorite spell?
綺麗だと思ったんだ。
Oh, dang it. If we don't see them meet or something at the end of this episode, I swear.
それからゼーリエ。フェルンも同じように不合格にするつもりだ。あの子はゼーリエの想像を超えるよ。
This is the only series in which exceeds expectations ever holds that much weight. I mean, they make exceeds expectations seem like above and beyond spectacular. And I guess in this case, it really is. I think Serie's going to see it, and I think Serie's going to pass her.
待て。お前、何が見えている？
I bet she's in trance. Like, I bet she loves it.
揺らいでいる。
お前、私の弟子になれ。
Don't you try and steal her, student. Now, you sly chicken. Serie has no morals. Before Fern even walked through the door, she was ready to just check off her list like fail, fail, fail. Fern is no different. She walks in, she sees Fern's potential, immediately changes her tune. I mean, I don't fault her. Fern is just that amazing and that talented. I'm impressed that she saw what even Lernen, her oldest student, couldn't see. Give it some time. Fern will be the one to beat Frieren if they were ever to battle. The audacity, though, to try and steal Frieren's student. I bet she's gonna say no.
嫌です。
The reaction. No hesitation, nothing. What? No.
いける。未だかつて魔法使いがたどり着いたことのない。
She's got a crazy look in her eye.
それは合否と関係があるのですか？
あるかもしれない。
Look at her abusing her power.
私がゼーリエに何を言っても不合格になるように、フェルンは何を言っても合格になる。私はフリーレン様の弟子です。
You know what's very interesting about this? That the very grand student that Serie didn't approve of, Frieren, like she doesn't approve of the way that she acts as a mage and how she's progressed and how she's learned and her path. And yet, Frieren, and you could also kind of say someone Heiter, has produced a mage that Serie has never seen before. And it kind of disproves Serie's ideas as well in a way. That it's not that Serie's intuition's always right. I think there are things that lies outside of what her intuition can predict. I don't think she ever would have expected that Frieren could have raised a student like Fern.
私は有望な魔法使いを見逃すほどバカじゃない。合格だ。次。
I wonder who else will pass. I hope Denken passes. It's gonna be really sad if she fails Denken. Actually, now that I think about it, there's a very high chance she's gonna fail Denken. Because Denken doesn't even care about the first mage or first class ranking. He just wanted to go visit his hometown. Maybe Fern and Frieren can just take him there? Since you only need one mage to be first class mage, right? Overall, really, really love this episode. I think this one's one of my favorites. I swear I say that in every 3 episodes in the series, but this one is one of my all-time favorites for sure. Let me know in the comments which scene was your favorite in this one, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Tune in for the finale, guys. It will be fun. I just know it. Or incredibly disappointing, which I hope won't be the case.